Now I'm getting confused.
Bro,
Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year with Hakeem in the league. When was MJ a better defender than Hakeem?
You just said it. When he won Defensive Player of the Year in the league with
You know
Hakeem.
what? You know what? TV40.
That year that happened.
Call in TV40. We want to hear this.
Actually, I don't.
Man.
I have never seen nobody
I'm gonna make them
answer
famous.
this question that they just answered.
Hey Zoe, I wore a blue shirt on Tuesday. What day did I wear a blue shirt?
Yeah. You just said it.
Oh man.
That man said Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year. He was in the league.
Man.
This is like a fucking Jeopardy question.
Come on, TV40, call in.
It was like
Come
a
on,
Jeopardy.
TV40.
Like,
Come on.
Oh my God. Dog, you can't make this shit up, bro.
I got a question, though, Jay. I got a question.
I'm here with an answer.
Denzel won an Oscar in I don't know 2002. What year was he a better actor than Brad Pitt?
2002. It has to be 2002. There may be other years as well.
That's a highlight.
A good starting
That's a
point.
clip, Zoe. It's a clip.
That's a highlight, bro.
A good starting point is 2002.
Dog, I mean,
Now, Chris, last question, Chris. Oprah Winfrey won Show of the Year in '97. What year did she have a better show than Sally Jesse Raphael?
that's a tough one, man. But I'm gonna say 97.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I'm about to just go out on a limb. I'm out of lifelines, though. I can't phone a friend. I'm gonna say 97.
But what's crazy is 98 may work too.
Hey, TV40 is on the line, y'all. TV40, what's up? Like the greats had to play both sides back in the day.
It had to. There was no such thing as a two-way player because basketball is a two-sided sport. Offense then defense. You have to be good at both of them to be considered great. Well, you used to be.
Yeah, and look, to be on the court, you had to be good at both. Because if you was just a specialist, remember what they did with specialists back in the day? I mean, what did they do to Dragan Petrova when he played for Portland?
A spot up shooter.
That man came in with like 4 seconds left before the half or 4 seconds left before the end of the game.
And Dragan Petrova was 10 times better than Luka.
He was a bucket. He was
10 times better than Luka. He was a freaking problem. And they treated him like a specialist. What they do with Turkoglu and Stojakovic when they first got to Sacramento? Specialists. We didn't even know when Turkoglu was in Sacramento, we didn't even know he can handle the ball like that.
Sure didn't.
Exactly. Sure did.
Specialist.
Ito was a bucket.
Said the greats didn't have to play both sides. What?
That's cap.
I don't even. Yeah, you're right. He answered his own question in the end of that. That's cap. We agree.
Yeah, that's mad wild. I don't know no greats that was a cone.
Bro.
All right. So call back to a previous topic.
Mm-hmm.
We call Jokic and Doncic superstars. Do we got to look at that?
No, because we basing it off of what's here now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
This is the game.
They are. Now, do I rank them as high as the ones that's playing both sides? No. But they are superstars.
Okay.
They just don't play D.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
David Robinson, Hakeem, Shaq. Even Shaq had to get a little better as a shot blocker, but the greats played both sides.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who he is. Does he have a specific reference? Like, what?
Yeah,
you just gonna say some ridiculous stuff like that, and then just or did you just want me to say TV40? Follow TV40, I guess. If you got a channel, because I don't even know. Like, you make the statement and you have nothing to represent that statement to be true.
Kevin Dorsey said Nash was a cone. Yeah, he was, but that's not one of the superstars I'm talking about. I don't think Nash was a superstar.
LeBron, a traffic cone.
He was really, really good player. Steve Nash, superstar.
I don't think LeBron has ever been a cone.
K Soprano said Warning used to get funked on all the time, but that never stopped.
And that man definitely got bammed on more than any other superstar.
I'm glad you finished that by saying any other superstar, because if we were just talking about NBA players, period, what's her boy name? Sean Bradley.
I mean, people making bets to try to
Sean Bradley got a highlight. His whole career is just you knew you made it to the league when you dunked on Sean Bradley.
Hey, but if you go look at Sean Bradley actual highlights, he done bammed on a lot of them boys.
He was a bucket.
He didn't have to jump.
Here go the bull crap. Here go the bull crap. Here go the bull crap right here. That's the nonsense right there.
Okay, I knew some bull had to be coming. Magic, Bird were not
defenders.
All
of them was good defenders. They all played defense. None of them was cones. Larry Bird even got votes for a defensive team. Hold on, let me see what year this dude almost made a defensive team. Larry Bird has made 3 all defensive teams: 1982, 83, 84. Man, get off my phone, dog. Get up off here. Larry Bird made 3 defensive teams.
That man ain't even on the phone, man.
Get off the screen. 3 defensive teams. Like, people got to stop just repeating what stuff that they hear on Gil's Arena. You didn't sit and watch them dudes play to know if they played defense or not. Just stop making stuff up, dog. Was Magic, Bird, and Dominque as good as Michael Jordan on defense? No.
If that's your comparison, then it's a lot of. Come on, man. You doing? Nah, I don't like
them. Dudes absolutely defend. You can't win championships and not defend.
Hey, TV40, it's always a bad move to turn the pot on and then get in it yourself. Don't do that.
Absolutely,
that's a bad move.
Unless you want to be sports suit.
Unless you're into that type of thing.
Yeah, that might be.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Some people just like the heat. Man.
He is.
Some people just like the heat. Show that tail feather.
Was Ron Harper a superstar? No.
Get off in that pot. Cut them veggies up in there.
Cut his own carrots. Cut his own carrots.
Yeah, baby. Cut them veggies up in there.
That boy made a TV40 stew.
And don't stay in there too long, man, because we don't want you extra crispy. We don't want you extra crispy, man. And when I say the boy got his own money, I mean the boy has got his own money. My son works.
My son works. I can't believe Mel said there's stars, all stars, regular stars, role players, barely make it in the league, and Bronny under that. I said, you cold-blooded, bro. We went through the whole tier system of the NBA, and Bronny wasn't even on the scale. Even on the scale? Like,
oh, man.
You a fool.
Wait,
man.
Because now I'm getting confused.
Bro.
Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year with Hakeem in the league. When was MJ a better defender than Hakeem?
You just said it. When he won Defensive Player of the Year in the league with
you know what? You know what, TV40?
That year that happened.
Call in TV40. We want to hear this.
Actually, I don't. Man.
I have never seen nobody
ask
the question that they just answered.
Hey, Zoe. I wore a blue shirt on Tuesday. What day did I wear a blue shirt?
Yeah. You just said it.
Oh man.
That man said Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan won a Defensive Player of the Year when he was in the league. Man. This is like a fucking Jeopardy question.
Come on, TV40, call in.
It was like a Jeopardy
TV40.
Like,
come
on.
Oh my God. Dog, you can't make this shit up, bro.
Come on, TV40. Phone numbers on the screen.
Oh my God. Oh.
He said he getting his ankles broken.
You got to come up here prepared. Like, I'm all for competitive banter. You know, we don't debate, but we'll have a discussion. We'll dispute points. But what do you mean? In that year, that's the year.
I'm not for debate. I'm not for banter.
Nah, bro.
Jay, I got a question. I got a question, though, Jay. I got a question.
I'm here with an answer.
Denzel won an Oscar in I don't know 2002. What year was he a better actor than Brad Pitt?
2002. It has to be 2002. There may be other years as well.
That's a highlight.
A good starting
That's
point.
A clip, Zoe. It's a clip.
That's a highlight, bro.
A good starting point is 2002.
Dog, I mean,
Chris, last question, Chris. Oprah Winfrey won Show of the Year in '97. What year did she have a better show than Sally Jesse Raphael?
That's a tough one, Mel. But I'm gonna say 97.
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb. I'm out of lifelines, though. I can't phone a friend. I'm gonna say 97.
But what's crazy is 98 may work too.
Hey, like, TV40 is on the line, y'all. TV40, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, yeah, shut your YouTube off in the background.
So check this out, right? So check this out. What I'm saying is clearly just because you won the award doesn't make you the better defensive player. We have times when Tayshaun Prince was second in all NBA motherfucking defensive team, but didn't make a first, second, and third team all defense. How does that make sense?
So how does that make your point of
what I'm saying is
the greats not playing defense? Award, yeah, but how does that? But hold on, so hold on. Let me finish with the question though. Okay. The topic of discussion was
turn it off in the background, brother.
Yeah, cut your YouTube off in the background.
Cut it down.
My bad.
You good?
Okay, so the topic of discussion was the all-time greats played defense. They had to play defense. They didn't cheat on defense, right? And your response was that's not true. Larry Bird, Magic, and Dominique didn't play defense. And then I just proved that Larry Bird, just looking up one guy, Larry Bird made 3 all-defensive teams, right?
The award means nothing, bro.
Okay,
the award's a popularity contest.
So how does your Michael Jordan point prove that the award don't mean nothing?
Well, I'm continuing with the overall point. The point is that Larry Bird won 3 defensive plays, three defensive team awards in a time when Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Buck Williams, Terry Cummings, Michael Cooper, and Bobby Jones was in the league. Tell me what time.
Larry Bird didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. He made it all defensive. I didn't say he was.
Right. But I named you 6 guys that are clearly better defenders than him. There's only 2 defensive teams. All we need is 4.
All right. Well, great. You know what? That's hold on, Jay. I got this. That's perfect. I like that you just said that the Defensive Player of the Year and all defensive team means nothing. So now all we got left.
I didn't say it means nothing.
Hold on. It means nothing anymore. So now all we got left is what we seen with our eyes. So now only thing you can do is describe for me with your eyes how Bird wasn't a good defender.
Did you see let's say what was that game they called it?
I bid you a good night, sir. I knew you didn't have the answer, Sway. I knew you didn't have the answer, Sway. You can't answer.
This is what you always do, bro.
You can't answer
the question, but you could. Did you watch the Boston Massacre when James Worthy run that dude off the court? He couldn't defend him. He couldn't stay in front of him.
Okay,
Larry Bird couldn't stay in front of anybody.
So he can't.
Let me finish.
Hold on.
So you cut me off, bro.
So he can't.
No, you hold up. Let me finish, bro.
All right, let's go ahead and put this guy on mute. So he couldn't guard. Can y'all still hear him? I got him on mute. Can y'all hear him?
He muted. All right,
good. So he couldn't guard James Worthy. That makes him a bad defender.
That's what I'm saying. Like this input used.
You pulled out, man.
One game and James Worthy, dumb athletic, like that don't make you okay. All right, you got it, bro.
Bring him back.
You remember I'm off.
No, go ahead. You go.
All right, so check it out, right? If you remember the game When Larry Bird tore into his teammates because they got ran off the court, they could not compete. They couldn't move their feet. They couldn't stay in front of a soul. The Lakers were going to run them off the court. They had to grab, scratch, and hold. They had to clothesline Kurt Rambis to just compete and win the game. They was punching Kareem in the back of his head and made the game into not a defensive thing, but it became a physical thing where they had to get these guys out of the game. Magic Johnson, we'll move on to him, right? Magic Johnson.
Hold on. You make a point and then let us rebut.
It's an overall point because
it's not. No, that's not how we do it here.
Cut me off again, bro.
You made a point.
Again, bro.
Of course I'm stopping.
Cool. Your show.
Of course I'm stopping. You made a point. I want to address it. There's nothing about cherry picking a James Worthy game or Kareem game. Bird don't even guard Kareem. Like Bird doesn't even guard Rambis or Kareem. What are you talking about? Bird was a good defender. He played defense. He did not quit on that side of the ball.
He just got ran around.
There's a difference between
16 year in the league, and keep in mind that Dr. J played about 9 years, 10 years in the ABA, came in and played another 16 years in the NBA. That's a 26-year-old Lex player was running around Bird.
Listen,
Dominique
it's Dr. J.
Now,
it's Dr. J. That doesn't mean you don't play defense or can't play defense.
Bernard King.
TV4.
Bernard King.
Who else are you talking about? Who else are we supposed to compare him to?
Dude, it's 28 to 30 teams in the league.
Listen,
I get you, man. But if you this top defender in the league, you're not supposed to.
Nobody said he was a top defender. Nobody said he was a top defender. Nobody said he was a top. Nobody.
So the
hold on.
The league told you he was a great defender.
This is what I don't like doing. I don't like talking at the same time when somebody else talking. I don't like raising my voice. All right, so we're not saying that he's a top defender in the league. The topic of discussion is that the greats played defense and they had to play defense. You could not get on the court with being a liability on defense. You cannot stop your man. You cannot play team defense. You're just a cone. You couldn't be a superstar and be a cone like you can now. Like you can be disinterested in defense and still be in the MVP discussion.
100%.
Okay, let's go this way. Let's go this way.
That's a lie. Those are lies. Those are lies.
One moment.
Those are lies. Those are lies.
Isaiah Thomas. I got you.
Those are lies. That's not true. That's not true.
Let me lie first though. Let me be wrong first though.
Okay.
Right? What I'm saying is Magic Johnson. Isaiah Thomas scored 46 on Magic on 1 foot. I seen Sleepy Floyd score 30 points. 30-something points on Magic in a quarter.
All right, so hold
on, Mel. Hold on. Let me ask a couple questions.
You're naming like.
Hold on, Chris. All right, TV40. Couple questions for you, man. My name is Jay. How you doing?
I got you, Jay. What's up, man?
That counts as one question, Jay.
Yeah. A few questions. All right. Number one, does Luka play defense right now?
No.
Does Jokic play defense right now?
Not very good, but he tries.
Is Larry Bird a better defender than both of those two guys I just named?
I don't think so.
Wow.
What?
Is Magic Johnson a better defender than both of those guys I just named?
Being disingenuous, bro.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. Give me the person that scored 46 on Luke on 1 foot.
What?
Anthony Davis.
So it's got to be. Hold on, it's got to be a 1-footed guy.
No, bro. I can continue going. I can continue going on with the example. So check it
out. Hold on. I'm gonna use your examples. So if I can find a player that cooks, because you said Worthy cook Bird, Dr. J cook Bird, whoever else cook Bird, and Isaiah cook Magic. So if you get cooked,
no, more than Isaiah,
hold on. If you get cooked, so if you get cooked, hold on. No. I'm asking a question. I'm asking you. Holding me up. You about to get hung up.
Listen to the statement.
No. I'm asking a question.
If you do that, you do that. Man.
This is a clarifying question. This is a clarifying question. I'm trying to understand you. So if you get cooked, then that means you're not a good defender. That's what you're saying.
No.
All right. Well, your point. Well, you just killed your own point then.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, how does a man get a defensive award with so many better defenders.
We
in the
already
league than that.
established the defensive awards don't mean anything no more, right? So
Yeah,
we,
they don't-
we,
so
we,
cool,
we
so
just
cool.
talk we just talk
So
about
then-
what we can see. So my point.
let's talk about what we can see. Hold on,
Right,
let's talk about what we can see.
So
We
if you
seen
get cooked, you're not a good
Magic.
defender.
We see Magic gets 46 on. So the next year they said we can't put him back on Isaiah. Let's put him back on. Let's put him on Dumars. Dumars kills Magic and kicks his ass, and then he gets the Finals MVP. I seen Tim Hardaway kick his ass. I seen Sleepy Floyd kick his ass. I seen so many different people kick Magic's ass. He couldn't stay in front of anybody, bro.
There's a lot of great defenders who got cooked before.
That's what I'm saying. Is Alonzo Mourning not a great shot blocker because he get dunked on repeatedly? He gets dunked
That's
on
a bad
all the
point,
time.
bro.
He gets dunked on.
We're not talking about a dunk. We're not talking about a point. We're talking about people getting. We're talking about people getting their career highs on you on a regular basis.
Your original point was that we said that superstars back in the day had to play defense, and you said that's cap.
That's
we didn't
cap.
say what level defender they were. We didn't ask them to be Ruben Patterson. We didn't ask them, do you play? There wasn't a term called two-way player until this generation because people were willingly not playing defense. That didn't happen back then.
That's cap. What was Bobby Jones?
Don't nobody.
What was Michael Cooper?
Hold on. How is that?
Why are you bringing up?
Wait. Hold on. TV40, Chris here. I got a question. What two parts make up basketball? The game of basketball. What two parts?
Come on, man. Let's not do elementary.
No.
Let's know the parts. Offense and defense, right? Offense and defense.
So in order to be able to be a good basketball player, you have to play both at some kind of level, correct?
No. If your offense is so great that you can outscore a team, there's a lot of teams that don't play defense. Phoenix Suns.
Stop.
Y'all keep stopping me, but I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question.
Your answer is wrong. Your answer is wrong.
In your opinion,
no,
it can't be a wrong answer because that's absolutely true. That wasn't true with Phoenix Suns with
Okay, so let me ask you a question. With that logic, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
It was out there to outscore you. The old school Lakers would outscore you. It wasn't stopping you.
But with that logic, Luka's offense is so great. How many championships has he won?
It's not about championships, bro. The championships got to come down to the right spot. It's how successful is Luka, not necessarily did his team win a championship.
Okay, so how successful is Luka?
Luka's been in the conference finals twice, in the finals once in his short career. He's been very successful.
Has he won anything? Since when do we start rewarding second place?
What is?
Since when do we start rewarding second place? This is the LeBron.
We don't reward second place, but we also don't put what the team does on a singular player. What you're doing is saying that because he didn't win a ring, that he sucks. That's not true.
I never said
There's lots of great players that never won a ring. Patrick Ewing, Elgin Baylor. There's so many players that are fantastic and great that never. Elgin Baylor been to 9 finals and never won a ring. Jerry West been to 10 finals and won 1 ring. Did he suck? You're putting a championship as the be all end all, and it's not that.
First of all, I never said that Luka sucked. That never came out.
You said he never won anything. He did. He just never won a championship, and that's a team accolade, not an individual accolade.
Lord,
okay, all right. So, let's talk about individual accolades. How many MVPs has he won?
Oh my gosh! Come on, man. You serious?
How many MVPs has he won?
Chris, remember awards don't. Hold on. Remember awards don't mean anything, Chris. Awards don't mean anything. Remember, Chris.
Not even that. Not even that. Because a player didn't win an award, an MVP, that means he's not a good player.
Look, we're way too far away from defense. I'm not about to go down a rabbit hole. I'm not going down a rabbit hole with you, dog, because you ain't about to do nothing but get somebody a headache. We talk about defense.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I'm really not trying to.
The main statement at the top of this whole phone call was that superstars did not take defense off.
Not all superstars play D, man.
Bro, if I start a sentence one more time and I hear your voice,
Bye.
Dude,
Man,
have
if you want,
have
you
some
can.
fucking
But
respect,
it
dude.
happens when I talk.
Have
though.
some
It's the
respect,
same thing happens when I
nigga.
talk.
It's always New
I
York
don't
niggas.
disrespect
It's
you.
always New York niggas calling here think they
I'm
gonna
not from New
disrespect
York,
people,
bro.
man.
I'm not from New York.
Well, get rid of the fucking accent, man. I'm tired of talking and hearing your voice, man.
Only one of us is cursing, bro.
Dude, when I talk, I'm supposed to hear my voice, and when you talk, I'm supposed to hear your voice, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Damn.
So nigga, when I'm talking, you shut the fuck up too, then,
Man,
right?
get out the phone, ho.
All right, bro.
Nigga, talk too damn much, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Man Down Sports.
I think this is a good stopping point. I think we've reached a good stopping point.
But let's like some people logic baffles me, dog.
Dude, hold on. So first of all, before we get into logic, understand this. People really don't try to understand, man. They don't try to understand.
They don't try.
Again, I stated this earlier, and people have a hard time separating personal preference from actual skill. And that's just what happens here. That's what y'all just seen there, because he has a personal preference of certain players or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you get your career high score on, like, he was naming Hall of Famers that scored on fucking Hall of Famers. Like,
hey.
That's a t-shirt.
That's a t-shirt.
Get off the phone, ho. I can't wait for post-production.
I'm gonna have a ball. Hey, look, when basketball was pure, you didn't see the court if you didn't play both sides of the ball.
Get off the phone.
When basketball was pure, you didn't see the court, period, because you wasn't here.
I'm just saying, still, I seen enough.
Chris, get off the phone, ho.
That's the line. When they talking crazy, that's the line.
But even
he pissed.
But even me growing up, right, watching the basketball teams in my school and stuff like that, they still you had to be, if you didn't play defense, you didn't see the court. I'm not about to keep switching you out in crucial possessions because you're a defensive liability. This two-way thing, this is new. This is new because and AAU ruined a lot of basketball. Yeah, because they only focus on the pizzazz and there's no love in defense, and defense is boring. They don't care about that. They care about scoring. They care about the finesse of it, all that. And then we got back to, well, this dude can score and he's great on defense. That means he's a two-way player. There's only two ways to play basketball.
So imagine if somebody said, "Oh, he washes his hands and he eats." Like, come on, man.
You got to do both, man.
You got to. You ought to be doing both.
If
you eating without washing your hands, like you don't get no extra credit because you washed your hands before you ate. Like,
he's a clean guy.
I put on my shoes and I tied them. Yeah,
he pulling his meat out and pee. If you just pulling your meat out without peeing, you weird. And if you peeing without pulling your meat out, you weird. You gotta do both.
Hey, if you do either one without the other, you weird.
Get hell off there.
Those things have to be in cohesion, in succession, one right after the other too. Like, you got to pull your meat out and then pee.
Don't pee then pull your. If you pull your meat out,
you can't do it in the
then pull your meat out.
Then
you super weird.
No, you weird. You pee in your pants then pull your meat out. Hey, bro, he had
kids that he paid for.
And he pays for them. Congratulations, nigga. Like, you're doing your job. You're doing your job. You're supposed to do it anyway.
Oh man, yeah, you gotta do both, man.
Man, shout out TV40.
Shout out to TV40, man.
Hey, Anna say 401 don't make you right. Hey, don't make you wrong neither.
So don't. Oh no. Nah.
That's wow.
I don't know what to say. Anna, you're right. You know what? You're right. Because that conversation started to be circular, to say the least.
So in conclusion,
let's sum it up.
In conclusion, superstars gave effort on both ends of the floor in the 90s and in the 80s and in 2000. There was no such thing as I'm a superstar, but I'm just gonna suck on defense on purpose. Like, I don't even have to play this part or this side of the floor, and I still want to be considered a superstar. Like that don't make no sense.
That was
crazy. That was good. This all
playing pickup ball back in the day, man, and we be playing full court. I used to like to cheat and be like, man, I ain't playing no defense. Them niggas ain't passing me the ball. If I ain't playing no defense, the only way I'm getting the ball is I got to go get a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen a teammate cherry pick and stand at half court and have you playing 5-on-4 and then think you about to throw him the ball when you get the rebound?
Yeah.
Yep.
I purposely didn't throw the ball to him. Ain't no way you about to cherry pick and get the ball. No, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? Like somebody got to be telling people you hurting us by not being able to defend.
And to be honest, if you was gonna take a play off, like back when we was playing ball and everything, you took it off on offense. You let them play offense 4-on-5, and you stay down on defense.
Mm-hmm.
In case it's a fast break or something. That's how you rest within the game back in the day. But now they take defense off.
Even in 2K, and shout out to all my 2K players out there. Even in 2K, when you play random rec, if you're not playing defense, they're not passing you the ball.
Passing you the ball.
They not passing you the ball, bro. So if kids can understand that on a simple game, on a simple video game, how are grown people not understanding the logic of?
Oh no, they understand, but they don't have to. You listen. Anything you let people get away with, they'll do.
Mm-hmm.
That's just human nature. Anything you let people get away with, they'll do.
If they prone to taking the path of least resistance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what the league has become. And a lot of people blame it on a lot of people like to blame that on LeBron. But I'm telling you, Mike D'Antoni killed defense for the league.
Yeah. And look, and Luka shows you what his mindset is on the floor. I've seen more than I can count of Luka limping and getting hurt on a play, and he limped the entire defensive possession. And as soon as they get the ball back, he's calling for it, and leg be ready to go. I'm like, wow. So you like mentally you get up and get adrenaline for scoring and getting the ball, but on defense you can feel that knee pain.
Get off my phone, ho.
Yeah, Mel, they say you signed the boy. They gonna yeah, that. Shout out to you.
Hey, he said defense don't matter. He said the awards don't matter either. Like,
nothing matters except for the fact that the players back then it was capped that they played defense. I don't even know what his logic came in. I don't.
And here's the thing.
We
finally got to hear the thing.
Yeah, that was.
He didn't even say the most outlandish thing tonight.
Who did?
It being Nick Anderson's magic is still the most outlandish thing.
Yeah, I mean, that man definitely did bring up that's like Parker.
You boys got Parker. They got Parker.
And they got Parker. Like, nah. There never was Nick Anderson's magic.
Not one day while Shaq was there.
None.
Or before or after Shaq.
It was just never his magic.
Shout out to JJ Redick and Brian being back in the chat this week, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Let's end it, man. We just hit 3 hours, y'all. I
Super
appreciate
show. Crazy work. We ain't had one of them in a while.
Yeah, daggone Super Show. And Jay didn't say nothing. I thought for sure Jay was about to say something when we was at 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Nah,
Jay don't say nothing. He just
poof
out of there.
Nah,
blame it on internet troubles.
I knew it wasn't gonna be no post game, so
yeah, no post game tonight, y'all. No post game tonight.
We'll be back next week though, because last week was.
Hey, Cash, quote, and I quote: Bill Russell didn't play defense. TV 40.
Y'all keep on warping. I don't think we was warping today. I think TV 40 might have been warping.
Was warped out. That man was warped.
Nah, man, I just keep it 100 on.
Done.
All right, y'all. We out, man. Thank y'all for the super chats and the comments and the phone calls. Shout out to TV40, man.
Shout out to my man from Sweden too.
Yeah, shout out to my homeboy from Sweden too, man. Y'all, thank y'all for the phone calls, man, for sure. Yeah. All right, man. Peace.